It must have been quite embarrassing for Tom Holland during the filming of Avengers Endgame. In that epic Avengers Assemble moment, he was supposed to charge into battle with the rest of the cast. However, due to not hearing Chris Evans say the cue, he ended up shouting Avengers and running off on his own.
So he went, Avengers! And then I just went, and ran off by myself.
However, Tom, in the heat of the moment, didn't hear Chris Evans cueing the line. Instead of joining his fellow Avengers, he belted out Avengers and dashed off solo. Can you imagine the mix of confusion and amusement on set as Tom unintentionally veered off course? It's one of those moments that probably left everyone in stitches once they realized what had happened. Poor Tom must have had a brief moment of panic as he realized his error, especially after running about 30 feet before noticing his mistake.
Like, sorry guys, I got that wrong.
But hey, in the end, it's just another endearing tale to add to Tom's repertoire of charming mishaps. It's these genuine moments that make him all the more relatable and lovable to fans around the world. Imagine the awkwardness of having to walk back in front of his childhood heroes, admitting his blunder with a sheepish, "Sorry guys, I got that wrong." It's a humorous anecdote that highlights the human side of even the most iconic movie moments. But before we get started, if you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more updates. Thank you and enjoy the video. Imagine being in Tom Holland's shoes, filming Spider-Man No Way Home with Zendaya and Jacob. They were all working together on a stunt scene, swinging through the air like true superheroes. But then in the midst of all the action, Tom accidentally let out a fart, right on Zendaya. There was no denying it, especially since Zendaya felt the effects. You can imagine the awkwardness of that moment. Tom had to own up to it and apologize, taking full responsibility for the mishap.
Yeah, I farted on you, unfortunately, yeah. It's tough. The suit's tight. The harness squeezes it out.
Squeezes your intestines.
Yeah.
Did you fess up or did one of them rat you out?
No,
was
I
very
fessed
obvious.
up. Immediately was like, oh,
I felt the rattle.
sorry about that. That's my bad.
It's the kind of embarrassing situation that can happen to anyone, even when you're swinging through the skies as Spider-Man. Going up. Elevator rides can already be uncomfortable, especially when you're packed in with strangers. But imagine being stuck in an elevator with your enemies. That's exactly what happened in a deleted scene from Spider-Man No Way Home, where heroes and villains found themselves sharing a cramped space. The tension must have been palpable, with each side eyeing the other warily. It's the kind of awkward situation that only superheroes and supervillains could find themselves in. Chest hair. Even the most handsome and confident actors can have insecurities, as Tom Holland revealed when discussing his role in Uncharted. Surprisingly, his concern wasn't about his physique in general, but rather about his chest hair. In a candid moment, Tom admitted to feeling nervous about his chest hair being prominently displayed on the big screen. Reflecting on his role, Tom humorously quipped, "I hope I shave my nipples on those days because I have the most embarrassing chest hair." It's a relatable moment that shows even Hollywood stars have their own hang-ups and concerns when it comes to their appearance. Despite his apprehensions, Tom's talent and charm undoubtedly shine through on screen, proving that confidence comes from within, regardless of any perceived imperfections. Authentic pain. During the filming of Cherry, authenticity was paramount, and sometimes real pain became part of the performance. One memorable incident occurred when Joe and Anthony Russo approached Tom Holland's car to give him direction. To their surprise, blood was streaming down Tom's face. Apparently, he had accidentally banged his nose. In that moment, there was a conflicting mix of concern and admiration. Both directors were understandably worried about Tom's well-being, yet they also recognized the raw intensity and realism that the unexpected injury brought to the scene. It's a testament to Tom's dedication to his craft and the unpredictable nature of filmmaking, where real emotions and experiences can blend seamlessly with scripted performances. Spinning out. It seems that even Spider-Man himself, Peter Parker, can have trouble with his web-slinging skills. In a humorous twist, it turns out that the control over the webbing might not be as precise as the movies make it seem. Fortunately, Zendaya, who plays MJ in the films, proves to be a reliable ally both on and off screen. In a moment of solidarity and support, Zendaya steps in to assist Tom Holland, both figuratively and literally. Whether it's helping him out of a sticky situation or simply being there for him, Zendaya shows that she's got Tom's back and even his front when needed. It's a lighthearted reminder that even superheroes can use a helping hand from time to time, especially when it comes to mastering their abilities. Meow. It seems like there's a joke being made about Tom Holland playing Spider-Man, but being compared to Catwoman because of a reference to spiders making sounds like cats. Meow.
You've been rolling this all the time.
The phrase, "you've been rolling this," might imply that Tom has been playfully going along with the joke. Overall, it's a lighthearted comment that adds humor to the conversation. Cruel, unusual punishment. Tom Holland decided to recreate the famous upside-down kiss from the first Spider-Man movie, but with a twist involving his younger brother, Harry. Apparently, Tom had been complaining about a tiring day on set where he had to hang upside down for an extended period. His brother, teasingly reminding him of his Spider-Man role, urged him to toughen up. In a mischievous move, Tom later agreed to involve Harry in a small role, but with a condition. The scene had to feature an upside-down stunt. It seems like Tom found a playful way to get back at his brother while also adding a humorous touch to the filming process.
Should we do the kiss?
Normal people injuries. Tom Holland managed to avoid injuries on set, but ironically, his worst injury didn't occur during filming.
Yeah, my worst injury didn't actually happen on set.
Just 2 days before wrapping up Spider-Man as he was leaving for the day, he missed a step and tumbled down the stairs, injuring himself. Initially, he didn't think much of it and continued working through the pain. However, after filming wrapped, he visited the doctor and learned that he had torn his ACL. It's almost comical that out of all the potential ways to injure himself, it happened during something as ordinary as navigating stairs. The contrast between the high-octane action of filming and the mundane nature of the injury adds a touch of irony to the situation. The punch! As you can see here, there's a humorous recounting of an incident where Spider-Man, portrayed by Tom Holland, unexpectedly gets punched in the face. Tom candidly admits to the mishap, explaining that he was supposed to dodge the punch but failed to see it coming. The punch was delivered with a massive gauntlet, causing quite an impact. Interestingly, Tom acknowledges that the mishap wasn't entirely the stuntman's fault. Despite practicing the stunts without the suit, once suited up, his vision was partially blocked, leaving him without a cue for the punch. Despite the unexpected blow, Tom finds a silver lining in the situation, noting that it makes for great footage and expressing hope that it will be included in the final cut. The anecdote captures the mix of frustration and humor that often accompanies such mishaps on set. Initially angry about being punched, Tom quickly realizes the absurdity of the situation and accepts responsibility with good humor. Despite all the ridiculous antics, Tom Holland somehow manages to come across as even more charming. It's like he has this natural ability to turn even the most embarrassing moments into wholesome content. I mean, who else could toot on their girlfriend and still be considered adorable? And hey, embarrassing moments happen to the best of us, especially when we're hanging out with our partners. It's all part of being human, right? So if you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. Feel free to share your own embarrassing stories in the comments to reassure Tom that he isn't alone in his antics. Thanks for hanging out with us here at Tom Dia Loop. We appreciate you joining the conversation.